Hello everybody, my name is Will the Star Bunny. Today we're going to be talking about how I went to the Tyler the Creator's Chromakopia concert. If you guys are interested in this video and are interested to see more stuff like this, please like and subscribe and comment down below as it helps me and my channel. So I basically went around the concert, I think like around 6, because I went to go stand in the line for merch. There were so many people in the line, and really I was kind of confused where the line to even get inside the concert even was located. But I'm going to get to that part a little bit later. So while I was standing in line, I think the sky was still like a dark blue color, like it wanted to turn night. And then I think like a couple of minutes later, it just did turn night. Yeah, because the time zones in San Francisco be so stupid that it just turns dark almost immediately. And funny enough, when I went, I was wearing shorts and my legs weren't cold, but my hands were. So the entire time, I pretty much had to tuck my own hands inside my own jacket to prevent myself from getting frostbite or something. So basically, when I was at the concert, there was so many people, and I just kind of got sick of it. So something interesting that I saw was there was a big line of people making their way to the actual building where the concert was being hosted. And I was like, okay, you know what? Just gonna smuggle my way through. So basically, as all the people that were trying to go inside the concert, were moving, I basically kind of like shimmy my way between those people, and I kind of just basically smuggled in line. And I'm pretty sure that when I did cut the line, I'm pretty sure no one really noticed because no one really said anything. And I was like near the entrance of the shop. The shop was super interesting because the shop took place right outside the Chase Center and was this big green storage container, which I thought was cool because it fit the whole Chromakopia thing that was going on. There was also, if some of you actually went there, there was this Tyler statue, and I wanted to take a picture with it, but I couldn't because I didn't have enough time. Mostly because I didn't want to miss the opening acts. So, basically, when I was still in the shop, I bought a Chromakopia 2025 college gate hoodie. And that cost around $100. I'm going to show some prices right here on the screen because these are some of the merch that they had. I think the cheapest thing was the Chromakopia CD, a keychain, and some earplugs. I think the earplugs being the cheapest thing because I think those were like $14. Oh, yeah, and then they also had posters because the posters I think were also $15. So after I got my hoodie, the dude that was selling me my stuff, he mentioned something about a mystery bag. And since this was my first time going to a concert, and pretty much I haven't bought a mystery thing of anything ever since Lego used to have like like those little blind bags when they were still plastic and now they're just boxes. But it was from that change was like the very last time I ever bought anything mystery related. So I was like, you know what? It's my first time going to a concert and I have a chance of getting some like cool merch. So I was like, why not? So, when I opened the mystery bag, it actually came with 2 hoodies. And this was actually from Tyler the Creator's golf, lineup. And I was like, whoa. For $120 for 2 hoodies? That's awesome. And really, I don't know how much the hoodies actually go for online. But if you buy hoodies, I mean, y'all probably know how hoodies be like a lot of money anyways. And just I hate spending so much money, but because I went to the concert and I kind of just want to experience it, I was willing to kind of basically just throw my credit card at them at that point. So after I got the merch, when I saw the line to actually go inside the actual Chase Center building, something that really amazed me is that the line was way shorter than I actually anticipated. It was funny because it was pretty much like no one was in there. But there was security and all that other junk. So, as we went through security, something interesting was the security basically, looked at everyone in the lines and I guess, make sure that they didn't bring any, substance or outside food and drinks or shit. I went through with ease, but I think my belt kind of set off the alarm, and I was really scared because, I didn't want to get in trouble with anything, and I really didn't want to miss the concert. But something I noticed is that I have actually smuggled my way through security multiple times because I wore metal and kind of brought stuff before I wasn't supposed to be bringing, and I haven't got in trouble, funny enough. But anyways, I managed to get through, and it was also my first time even going to the Chase Center building. I've heard about it, but I just never actually went through it before. And so, since while I was at San Francisco, not only that the Chase Center building was big, I really didn't expect a lot of alcohol stands on each level. Then again, like I'm not someone that goes out and parties and shit. Like, I'm always someone that just lays down in the house and like mostly play video games. I mean, hell, I'm pretty sure a lot of you know that's kind of what I'm like majoritarily do in my life. So something interesting about the building itself was I actually ran into a couple of people doing TikTok videos. And it's funny because while I was on the escalator, I actually saw a couple of the people literally recording those videos. And so while I was scrolling through TikTok, I literally commented, "Hey, I saw you." And it was so funny because like I wasn't expecting to see other people. And like I know that some of y'all are like, "Well, what the fuck do you mean by that?" And basically, like, sometimes like I have a hard time kind of like understanding that I'm like doing something cool with other people with me. And it's like, well, it's mostly because I don't really socialize that often, so I kind of have a hard time, I guess, really thinking that I'm not just the only person in the earth. And like, I know that sounds selfish and all, but like, I haven't socialized that much to realize that, there's other people around me. So basically, when you actually entered your, I guess, row section, they don't use doors or it just being out in the open. No, there's actually curtains that if you open the curtain and you go through it, then you're in the sections that have your seats. And I was really interested at it because I thought this was like a really old school kind of method. Mostly because I don't know, like I'm not used to seeing curtains used for like public spaces. So as I sat down, I missed a majority of the opening act from Paris, Texas, and I have no idea who the heck Paris, Texas even was. So I'm pretty sure I was there for like the last song. And while I was there for the last song, it was so mid. Like, I had no idea like who this person even was, but from the first impression, I'm like, man, this kind of sucks. So then after Paris, Texas was done, that's it. The lights turned back on, and I really had no idea what was happening. I thought the concert was like already over or something. Because, again, like this was my very first concert, so I really didn't know what I was expecting. Then the second opening act happened, and there was Lil Yachty. I actually recorded a majority of Lil Yachty's performances. And really, when it comes to him, like, I know who he is as a person and all, and like, I just don't really listen to his music that often. But surprisingly, his performance was really good. I actually enjoyed it very much. Well, I mean, not so much to the point I was, like, jumping like some people were. I was sitting down and I was like, you know what? This shit's kind of fire. Also, something really interesting is that he wore a San Francisco 49ers hat, and he's not even from San Francisco, so that's, like, I don't know. I mean, what do you guys feel about, like, people that are not from the city wearing, like, jerseys or stuff related to the city that they're in? Like, like, I want to hear you guys' opinions on that, because I actually really never heard anyone talk about that, if whether or not that's like offensive or like stupid. So after his performance was done, the actual setup for Tyler's performance took like a minute. And while I was waiting, I looked at everyone inside the pit and I'm like, damn, they really spent $500 just to stay in the middle of the whole arena with no chairs. And supposedly I heard from other people that you can just rent a chair and that's going to cost a shit ton of cash. And I'm like, wow. Like, I know it's cool to be being like in the pit, so you're like more closer with the person that you're seeing, but like I prefer sitting down to prevent myself from getting back pain. When the lights turned off, I think there was one worker going onto the stage, and the little container for the stage I thought was really small, and I was like, what the heck, like who's gonna perform on this? The actual worker kind of tricked the entire crowd because a lot of the crowd thought that was Tyler, and so everyone was cheering. And something really funny is, I don't know if many people caught this, but one of the workers actually threw up a couple of poses, and I thought it was really funny because I thought he was like really enjoying the moment. I mean, hell, like imagine being like on this stage that someone that you're working, or like like maybe that the artist is gonna be performing on, like thinking about it, I'm pretty sure that'd be a really cool experience, and like I would love to freaking be in that position to like, I don't know, like at least help with stage setup. So another thing that happened was, as the concert was starting, the lights turned off and they started playing the first song of the Chromakopia album, Saint Chroma. The wall behind the little runway was lifting itself up. And so since I was sitting on the very back of the Chase Center, I barely could see the thing lift up, so I barely saw Tyler. I think I mostly saw like his legs. But from the other angles I see that other people recorded, they actually managed to get him before he even presented himself on stage, as well as just the whole stage lifting up. So I'm pretty sure if you were more closer, you had a much better time actually looking at that part. So after he played Saint Chroma, he played a couple of his other Chromakopia songs, and I actually love Chromakopia. It's actually one of my favorite albums. It actually inspired me to be a little bit more connected with music and myself as a human being, and I really thought that was like wow. And honestly, I feel like that there's something wrong with me because I have a really bad sense of like showing my joy. Like, I don't know why it's so hard for me to actually express joy. Like, the entire time, like I just sat there and watched him. And, like, I love Tyler, the Creator, so much because he's, like, one of my, like, favorite artists, and I can talk about his music and all that other junk, but, like, I just can't show joy, like, when I'm in public. Like, for a long time, I've been told that I have such a serious expression, and, like, it really, like, tells a story. And, like, I'm not trying to be like that. I'm not trying to be so serious to the point that it's, like, scary. But, like, I don't know. I guess I was shocked and I just didn't know what I was expecting. So like, I don't know. I mean, it's kind of hard to like, I guess feel an emotion that you never felt before. And I guess the right thing I was supposed to be feeling was like amazed. So after he played some of the songs from Chromakopia, there was another stage on the middle of the pit. So I think I forgot what song that was playing that the bridge between both stages were connected. I'm pretty sure it was, I think, Sticky. And when Sticky was playing, Tyler threw money into the crowd. Everyone got money. Supposedly, from what I heard online, that he threw like singles. And like, I mean, it makes sense because imagine that you're on stage and you're throwing 20s and shit. Like, imagine the amount of money you would lose by just throwing it. Hell, freaking like, if I was in the pit, like, and like for an example, like it was being 20s thrown, hell, I could have just bought another mystery bag for some more like fucking hoodies. So then after that, when he got to the second stage, while he was still in the Saint Chroma fit, he played Igor, and he played the Igor's theme, and like, I've listened to Igor's thing before. Like, I know the startup is, like, really long, but while you were there, the startup thing felt so much longer. And I was like, when the fuck is the song actually gonna start? And so, basically, around, like, I have no idea how the hell Tyler changed almost instantly, but Tyler took his time to actually switch his clothes into his much more, like, casual wear. And, yeah, the rest of Igor's theme played. And, everyone was vibing and shit. Man, Tyler fans really go crazy because I couldn't even hear Tyler the entire time I went to, like, their concert. The only time I ever heard Tyler was whenever he mixed something up. Like, for an example, I think when he did, Thought I Was Dead, I'm pretty sure when he did, like, slam poetry kind of outro, like, no one was, like, expecting it at first, so it was really surprising and sudden. That was, like, the only time I actually heard him. Because everyone else kept screaming all his lyrics and shit, and I just couldn't understand a single lick of anything, because the entire crowd was nuts. One of my favorite moments that I was able to capture was when Tyler was chilling on the couch that they had on the second stage. I managed to take these photos of him, and I thought these photos were so good, because I'm like, whoa. My phone can take really good photos. Like, funny enough, like, I was there at the concert, and I should be happy that I'm there, but I was more amazed that I was able to take good photos. To watching him perform on stage, I was like, wow. Imagine performing in front of a stage with many people. And, like, I don't know. Because something I want to do, I kind of wanted to do the same thing. Like, I've actually, like, done music, and, like, I don't know, like something I want to do, like, something I want to do that actually connects to why I like Tyler is that I like the impact that he gave not only onto the music business, but as well as to people in general, and how he can tell stories and part of his life, and people just like love and respect him for that. Like I really wish that I can get the same thing too, but hell, I mean, every star like happens every like like every rare occasion. I don't know if I ever be famous in anything in life. But anyways, besides all that negative shit right there, it's like his music gives me a reason to try to do something with my life, and like that's interesting because us as humans, like like we're meant to help each other, like find a purpose in life so we can actually do something instead of just laying around and playing video games all day, like I normally do. So while at the concert, while he was performing, I think he played like the albums that he played were Igor, Flower Boy, Call Me If You Get Lost. I think later he did more songs from Chromakopia. And he also, I think, oh yeah, he also played Cherry Bomb. And he also played Wolf. So when it comes to Wolf, my favorite song on that whole list was Tamale, and I only ever found out about what the hell that song was that when I posted my cover of Tyler the Creator. I ended up getting a comment that's saying, go listen to Tamale, and I've actually never heard of that song before, so when I went to go listen to it prior, I'm like, what the hell is this? Like, oh my god, like, it was so random and out of pocket, and it's just like, I don't know, like, I enjoyed it, because I feel like it really represented not only a time of the internet, but I feel like it also represents a time of, like, himself, when he was more like I don't know, I guess more carefree as a person. So when I heard Tamale, like I was enjoying the song and all, but like if some of y'all actually listen to Tamale, you know that there's a part where he says like the hard R. Funny enough, like in the section I was in, I didn't hear a single person say it, but from my section, I heard that a lot of people were really confused because I think instead of saying the hard R, I think he said, tell Spike Lee he's a really good guy. I'm pretty sure I saw this in like other videos. I'm pretty sure I saw this like in the Oakland and the Sacramento show that people were recording. But just to see it live in person, like I thought it was amazing. One of my favorite songs from Chromakopia that I'm really not sure if he did or not was Like Him. I don't know if he ever played, like I have no idea if he ever played that. I know he played a majority of songs from the album. Like, some songs he has not done prior, I think was Balloon. I'm pretty sure there was, like, some concerts he did where he didn't do Balloon. But the one in the San Francisco Chase Center, he performed Balloon, and it had this, like, video version of Doechii. And Doechii was also rapping her bars, like, live. But she wasn't there. It was just, like, a video recording. I thought it was interesting. Like, I thought it was cool. Actually, I actually recorded that part and I sent it to my friend because my friend couldn't go, so I was able to take some photos and videos and send it to him. Alright, what's another thing I really liked about the concert? Something I like about the concert is that if some of y'all don't know, Tyler's birthday is on March 6th and the concert was at March 5th. And so when the concert ended, it was midnight, so the minute it hit midnight, it was officially Tyler's birthday. And I was like, oh my god, like imagine being in the same room as your artists on the day as their birthday. Like I really don't know how to express how awesome that felt, but damn, that was awesome. Some of you probably may thinking, like, did I socialize with other people? And no, I did not. And the reason why I didn't socialize with a lot of people is that a lot of people came with like their friends and shit, and I just didn't want to intrude or seem like that weird person that would talk to people. And like, I don't have a social anxiety thing, but like my social skills are not the best at certain times of the day. Like, yeah, like I am a carefree, fun, jumpy person, but there's times that I'm like really unaware and I don't know how I come off. And like, that's like a thing I try to work on every now and then. But then again, I don't know how to fix that unless I actually go speak to people, but I don't even fucking know anymore, but like, I didn't socialize, and, like, it's not like it's a bad thing or anything, because, I mean, I did have fun in my own way, but, it's like, it's whatever. leaving the concert was crazy. Not in the aspect of it was hard to get out, but the mob of people trying to go to the merch shop was was impeccable. Like, damn, there were so many people trying to get merch. Like, I didn't even see a line. There was just a whole zombie mob wave in front of the, like, store. And I really wonder how the people working there felt. Overall, would I say going to a Tyler, the Creator concert is worth it? Yes, I think it's really worth it. It's more worth it if he plays, that guy. You know, I was so excited. I was anticipating for him to play that guy, but he didn't. And when he performed it, he was in California, so I'm pretty sure performing it in all the California cities that you were doing in, like LA, Oakland, Sacramento, San Francisco. I'm pretty sure this would be the one song that the West Side would love to hear. But not only I was disappointed in that, but it was just, To those who actually went to the concert, I actually want to hear your experience with how the concert went. Comment down your experience and whether or not you enjoyed it. And just overall, let's just chop it up. I'm honestly bored as shit.